Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tristate with Tiny and Katy.
Actually saw the snow this morning, and I burst into Andy Williams. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And the dogs told me emphatically that I should probably not do that here today, so you're not going to get that this morning.
God bless.
Five things to do this weekend is all Christmas oriented. Starting with 4 different tree lightings on today at 7 p.m. in Greencastle. They're tree lighting down on the square. At between 5:30 and 7, Waynesboro is also having a tree lighting, and there's a parade associated with that.
Just to let everyone know, Dan, I did receive word from the directors of tonight's events.
Okay.
They said they had tried to get it moved to Sunday because of the rain.
Okay.
However, they were unsuccessful in doing so, so it will go on as planned this evening.
Excellent. So I don't have to change this.
And that's Waynesboro. I can't speak for any Greencastle anywhere else. That's just tonight in Waynesboro.
Well, I suspect a lot of this snow will probably blow off.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be perfect, though, for the tree lighting with the snow.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Well, it's
thinking
supposed to be
this
rain,
morning.
though. That's the thing.
I know. I was hoping the snow would actually stick around for that.
Well, the thing is, it's supposed to be out of here by 7, so I think we'll
be good to go.
I think we're going to be fine. Anyway, on Saturday, Chambersburg is having a tree lighting starting at 6 p.m. There'll be a parade associated with that. And at 5 p.m. on Saturday, Hagerstown is having a tree lighting down in the public square. That's going to involve Santa and free cocoa.
Oh, boy.
For those of you who are chocolate fanatics. Also, on a Christmas theme, just when you thought it wasn't possible to start doing Christmas things any earlier than Black Friday, we have, from 9 to 7 today down in Chambersburg, Pink Friday Shop Small First event. Apparently this is all about boutiques and jewelers, and they want you to buy small things early. We'll dovetail off of that. Another pink thing that's happening today is you probably know that today is the grand opening for the movie adaptation of the play Wicked.
Oh,
yeah, that's going to be out at the Warehouse Cinemas, and Warehouse has apparently redecorated their entire lobby area in greens and pinks. People who are participating are invited to wear pink and or green, and you can get Emerald City snapshots. I don't know if they're providing them or not. Just an aside, Dr. Oz, who just got appointed to the future Trump administration, is not going to be featured in this today. In Waynesboro, at 4 p.m., in addition to the tree lighting, they also have a place called a counting house. And at the counting house, which is a former bank, which is a beautiful facility, marble columns and whatnot. Well, every Christmas they have a Land of Christmas and Santa workshop event. And what they do is they'll take every weekend starting this weekend and going through the 15th of December, and they invite people from all over the area to bring in Christmas trees and decorate them. Some of these trees are they're beautiful. They're just elaborately decorated. If you have a chance, it's worth going down and seeing. Actually, it's worth going down every year because they're never exactly the same.
Is this similar to the Williamsport?
It's very similar.
Okay.
Yes. Very similar.
Okay. So anyway, they'll be doing that at the counting house. And let's see. Oh, and Hagerstown, the last of the 5 things. Hagerstown, on Saturday between 9 and 5, will be having a Kris Kringle craft show at the Hagerstown Community Center gym. This is a big deal. It's going to involve over 200 different vendors. There are going to be door prizes. They're going to have a golf cart to shuttle people back and forth between the gym and the parking lot. There'll be a holding area off to the side so that you don't have to be lugging all your stuff around with you all day. You can set it aside. And there's going to be free entertainment. We didn't find out exactly what, but
what is the free entertainment?
I don't know. That's the mystery. You're going to have to go. You're going to have to go to find out. Okay, so breaking. That's the top 5 things to do this weekend. Breaking from that a little bit, some of the bigger news in the area was this past Sunday. Actually, there was a fellow by the name of Timothy Charles Bickham Jr., who was apparently wanted for well, so it was endangerment, terrorist threats, and assault. Well, he was located in the 200 block of Hamilton Avenue in Waynesboro. So there were all kinds of police that came down there. They had everybody lock their doors and stay in place. Took several hours. It all ended peacefully enough. He finally surrendered and was taken into custody. But for towns like Waynesboro, actually for any towns in our area, that's a pretty big deal.
Oh, yeah.
This sort of stuff doesn't happen often. So it was kind of interesting that happened. In Chambersburg, we don't always do ribbon cuttings, but this was kind of a nice one because the Art Sign Company, which has actually been in Chambersburg for a long, long time, was established in 1948 by a fellow named Edwin Patterson. He was a bit of an innovator in the sign business. So what he did was, over time, he finally decided he wanted to retire. He hired a fellow by the name of Jason Fisher, and he and his wife, Jackie, took over the business. He joined them in the early 2000s, and then they bought the business in 2013. They wanted to move out onto Jefferson Way East, a little better location, nice view, better access to the public. That got delayed for about 2 years because Jason had an accident. So they finally had their ribbon cutting out there this past week. It was very nice. They're interesting because a lot of these places have very old equipment. These guys, they said, we don't have a piece of equipment that's older than 5 years old. So they're right on the, just like what Edmund Patterson had done for years, innovating. These guys are right on the edge of technology when it comes to doing everything from yard signs to billboard-sized signs to, they even do lamination on, what do they call those things, the cornhole board.
Oh,
very
that's
nice,
fun.
They do that.
They're
That sort
busy,
of,
I'm
they
sure.
do, yeah, so they're really quite busy. A little more business news. Again, in Waynesboro seemed to have an awful lot going on this past week. I don't know if anybody remembers Homes by Keystone. They used to make mobile homes. Well, they got bought out a couple of years ago by an outfit called Guardian Booth. That was in 2022. The interesting thing about this story, Guardian Booth was a New York company, decided they didn't want to do business anymore in New York. So they left the great state of New York for the even greater state of Pennsylvania. And they bought the entire property where Keystone Homes was located. The interesting thing about that is they've just recently decided, they've announced that they want to quadruple their footprint in that area.
There you go.
There's a lot of land there. Actually, that's the former site of the Waynesboro Airport.
Okay.
Believe it or not, there was an airport. The hangar is actually still there. It's factory space now. But so they want to quadruple the size. So they came into the Washington Township supervisors and laid out some plans. It'll all be phased in. They've currently got 77 employees there, but it'll be kind of interesting because I heard a number, can't hold anybody to this, but they're thinking perhaps as many as 100 extra employees will be in the area as a result of their expansion.
And Dan, I'm sorry, we got to hold it there for this week. Localnews1.org is the website that you need to go to. For Dan, his team, they are amazing. Again, localnews1.org. These stories, so many more, calendar of events, they've got it for you. Dan and his team do amazing work. Dan, we will see you again Black Friday.
We'll look forward to
yes.
it.
All right, yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. We'll
Look
see you
forward to
again
it.
soon.
Good to
Thanks
see
a
you.
lot,
All right,
Dan.
happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.